Hi, everybody. It's Tracy with Cal State S4. Welcome to today's Wednesday 1 o'clock webcast, although you will be getting this a little bit late today, so hopefully it'll be within the 1 o'clock hour. Today is October 19th, 2016, 8 months before my birthday. Start planning now. And today we are going to be going over how to capture actual hours of placements in your students' placement records in S4. I know this is something that's been requested, and we have developed a sort of bare bones, low-hanging fruit way that it can be done, which I'm going to share with you. Obviously, there is more that can be done that people are requesting, such as an online time log, and then allowing the community partner to log in and confirm those hours. We'll be working on all of that, but this one I just want to show you so you have a general understanding of how you can capture actual hours in a student's placement record. So I am here logged in as staff on CSU Hetch Hetchy. We're going to go first to just sort of our courses page and take a look at a typical placement in Hetch Hetchy. So we'll go to the first course, which is Biology Service Learning, and the test student has placed as part of American Cancer Society. And of course you can click on that and you can view that placement record. And what you'll see is that all of this has been captured. The student went through the typical placement process with estimated hours, and actual hours will be marked as not reported because I'll show you how we can actually get those. But you'll also notice that in terms of sign-up forms for the student, they just are going to do the two basic ones. What we are going to do though is have enable an end of term form that will capture those actual hours. So I'm going to show you how we do that. So what we'll do is we'll go to the forms page at CSU Hetch Hetchy and notice that I have created a form that I'm calling the end of term student hours report. This is just basic, so you'll need to have an end of service form. That'll be the category, and it will not be initially enabled, and you don't want it enabled because we want to enable it at some point in the midst of their service, like toward the end. And I'll show you how we can do that. First, let's just take a look at the form itself. This is just super basic. The only thing you actually need in the form is this first field, which is please report your actual hours served. This will need to be in the form because this is how we get the hours. Now, all kinds of other things can exist in this form. You can have them upload their time log. I know that there are a few campuses who are working with that and doing that. We can check in with them on how it's going. You may even, now or in the near future, want the site supervisor to be emailed so that they can somehow confirm the hours that the student is reporting. So other options. But the basic here is make sure that there is a particular field, and we can work with you on creating these forms, of course, but there's a field to report actual hours. And then the student will end up filling that out. But you want to make sure that the student fills that out as part of their placement record. They can't just fill that out randomly. We want to know what they're filling it out in relation to. So the first thing you would need to do once you have that end of term report or end of service form, you'll want to enable it. Now you can do that three different ways. One, you can do it just right here if you hit edit, or you can do it from here and you hit edit in the tab. You can edit it here, and basically you'll see a box that says enabled, and you can check the box so that the form is available for current service learning students to fill out, and you save that. The other place that you can enable or disable your forms is actually on your program management page. So if you were on your home page and you went and you said manage programs, and you went to your program and you looked and you can see all of your forms there as well, you'll see end of service form, end of term, student housing reporting has been enabled, and I would click on this to disable it, or if I wanted to enable another one, I could do that. So that's another place where you can enable or disable your forms. Hopefully we'll go back and you can see now that the status of the end of service form is enabled. Now, as student then, if I log in and I had completed my placement, now when I go into the Cal State S4 again as student, I will get an additional message that shows that I have a new pending task that did not exist before I enabled the form, and the pending task shows me that I have end of term student hours reporting to fill out. So I can click here. I could also go into my placement record and I would see that it would exist there. Let's just do the easiest, which is to click the pending task. And you'll see there. Now this is because we've gone through as a student, not just sent a link, this is connected to their placement at American Cancer Society. So let's say our student only served 28 hours and not 30. Also notice that site supervisor's email, if it's being captured in S4, you can have it auto-populate in that area too. You can have an email sent, lots of different options there. But bare bones, 28 hours, submit the end of term student hours reporting, and see how the pending task went away. If she's going to go look at her placement record, she'll see that now the end of service form has been submitted. She can view her submission just like she can view her others. And the actual hours has now been populated in that placement record with 28. And then, now that we've captured it like this, we can begin to then use that information in our reporting feature. Just to go back then and look at this from the faculty or staff's point of view. You also, as faculty or staff, will also see then, if you were looking at that course, you would see same thing. Again, the forms thing, if it's a current course, that forms thing will change. It would say no if she had not filled it out. View that placement again, and there you go. You can see the actual hours here. You're able to view the submission of the student here. So that's kind of your basic. Just a few other pieces of information about this. One is make sure to work with us to get that form set up properly. There is a piece when we're creating this end of term report that you need to have when you set it up and you're creating the form. You need to have it set up properly in here so that we can actually make sure that it populates correctly in the placement. Also, of course, the other way you can do this too is if you don't want the students to log in, you can always just go to the course or go to the placement basically, and the other way you can do it is as staff or faculty, you can edit the placement and you can simply add the actual hours or change them if they got them wrong. So there's 28, so let's say she actually did 22. You can update that. You can even leave a note, actual hours changed per instructor, and then save it. And now you've edited that placement. You can see the update here, but you can see now the actual hours. So you can also do it that way. You can just edit the placement and add the actual hours yourself. Those are other possibilities. But now we have incorporated actual hours. Woohoo! Okay, folks, next week, next Wednesday, which will be October 26th, we will have a Zoomcast for the State of the Union for the technical aspects of S4, just to go over and to have a nice discussion about those. So I hope that you put it in your calendar. That will be part of the email I'm about to send out with this video, but I am going to go so that I can get this uploaded for you. I hope you all are great. Have a wonderful day. Okay, bye.